Why some Nigerians are looking at it from a different direction that she's rude, but we are not just putting that being rude. To find out how women need to be respected.
Yes, and that's the secret.
And the entire staff.
Mo pé number one, àwọn wèrè Ibom ní kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ẹ̀, àwọn ni wọ́n á kọ́kọ́ ẹlẹ́nu wọn bẹ́lẹ́nu dídọ̀gbẹ̀dọ̀, àwọn ni wọ́n kọ́kọ́ rush to social media. Thank you. Blah 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 blah.
So evidence is also pé all prevent from ogbon fún fún ẹ̀fẹ̀ kọ́ bá fún ara rẹ̀. Ẹ ti block ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní kò ní ní lọ. So evidence is form of later ni. Ìyẹn ò kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ evidence kọ́kọ́ come up. Ọkọ̀ sọ pé ó wà rúlì, wọ́n fẹ́ fọ́ọ̀sì jáde. Àwọn evidence wọn wáyé pé ó fẹ́ fẹ́ come out freely on our own. But you are blocking the road like kọjá.
As a staff, you are not permitted to expose such video.
Sorry, ọ̀rọ̀ fídíò yẹn problem ni pé àmẹ́rin tó record. Fún ọ̀pẹ́lẹ́dì yẹn kan lo kámẹ́rà fún ẹ̀. Kò ń bọ̀ nígbà tí lẹ́dì yẹn tó fẹ́ jáde tí ò dìbí jáde lẹ́dì yẹn lọ set up ó sẹ́ẹ̀tì kámẹ́rà tó bá ń wò ó sẹ́ẹ̀tì kámẹ́rà fún rẹ̀ ló sẹ́ẹ̀tì kámẹ́rà tó fẹ́ sọ pé you people are you seeing it? Òun kan sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pé are you seeing it? So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yẹn any kámẹ́rà ló lè gbé. Àwọn passenger sì wà nù kíní anybody ló lè record rẹ̀. Ẹni tí irú kámẹ́rà ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ kámẹ́rà rẹ̀ mẹ́mọ̀ ṣẹ̀ síntà tó bá nílẹ̀ síntà bá kámẹ́rà máa fi tiẹ̀ ní gbogbo pápákọ̀ elevator kámẹ́rà lẹ̀ always.
Ìgbésẹ̀ sọ pé pàtì bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó pé ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ti ṣó yẹn bẹ́sẹ̀ tó fi fa níyẹn wà lè fara yẹn.
Tí Nàìjíríà fẹ́ rí mi yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ máa fẹ́.
Èmi kan ti burú.
Ìgbésẹ̀ sọ pé pàtì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ pàtì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀nìṣàmìlà ní ẹgbẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó lè gbé àṣẹ wúmà. Àwọn tó upload ẹ̀dá pàtì.
Àwọn tó upload fídíò tí wọ́n ta fèjì bí jẹ́ tí ń gbà nǹkan sí. Èèyàn tó kàn sí ọmọ wọ́n sọ irú kẹ́bẹ́ yẹn làwọn èèyàn máa fẹ́ wọ́n á lábọ́ social media ní gbáà. Wọ́n wá rí irú fídíò yìí.
Àwọn kù wá kọjọ́ bí àwọn ọmọ ìkókó ní nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ lórí mi.
Ṣé ló tó ṣe nìyẹn gan ni? Bó bá wà hòròhòrò mọ̀ fún owó wa jáde. Wá wá lọ ṣèfù ẹ̀ sínú àlàkálà bẹ́ẹ̀ àpáta.
Bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́pọ̀ ìgbé àṣírí ní ọ̀yẹ́ kan respect yẹ.
No, ṣe obìnrin sóbìnrin wọn respect ara wọn, obìnrin ya wèrè o.
Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn.
Wọn respect ara wọn.
Obìnrin sóbìnrin wọn respect.
Wọ́n ya wèrè gan.
Ọmọ wicked to each other.
Gan.
Ọkùnrin lè tolerate.
The money cry by obìnrin jẹ́ sóbìnrin.
Tí ọkùnrin máa tolerate the fellow woman ò ní lè tolerate.
Ẹ ti bí kí aṣẹ́wó àtàṣẹ́wó ti gbé ń jàre. Ó máa abẹ́gún obìnrin ẹgbẹ́ lọ́yún. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín.
Good morning, viewers. You're welcome on the program. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday morning. All right, so my respondents on the platform, say good morning to you all. Welcome to the program. This Thursday morning, the 14th of August, 2025. We appreciate all of you, all over the world who have been supporting this platform. We say thank you to you for always joining us on this program. All right, the Vanguard newspaper this morning and the Punch newspaper, what are they telling the nation? For that, we need to let you all know that the president of the country, Bola Tinubu, has left the country. The president is out of the country, and there are reactions to the president's move, which we'll be looking at today. We have the Vanguard, like I said earlier on, and the Punch newspaper. And the Vanguard newspaper on its front page is talking about the aviation saga. The aviation saga. Kwam 1, Comfort Bob. Kwam 1 and Comfort Bob. Lawyers, aviation experts blast federal government. Lawyers, aviation experts blast federal government. This is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. I will move on to other stories relating to this headline. Say due process not followed in resolving incidents. Accused Kiyamo of interference with NCAA affairs. Comfort Bob freed. K1's ban court to 1 month. Comfort Bob freed. K1's ban court to 1 month. Asked Ibom Air to withdraw case against her. Life no fly ban lifted. Life no fly ban lifted. All right, direct NCAA to withdraw criminal case against K1's, that's K1 the ultimate regulatory agency, to release licenses of value jet pilots after 1 month. We move down to page 31 of Vanguard. Fake orders ministers to forward list of projects to BPP for scrutiny. We have down the paper, drug war. Why federal government will continue to strengthen NDLEA, say NSA and AGF, that's National Security Advisor and the Attorney General of the Federation. Invasion, Obasanjo Library to sue FCC demands 3.5 billion naira compensation. I'll move down to the departure of President Bola Tinubu. Tinubu departs Abuja on 2-nation visit. President Bola Tinubu departs Abuja on 2-nation visits. This is on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. Then we move to another story on same page 8. Federal government targets federal government targets 7% economic growth rate by 2027. And Punch newspaper this morning, 2027 presidency, PDP unveils zoning panel, dispels Jonathan Obi talks. This is on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. PDP eyes new aspirants. APC mocks opposition, predicts defeat for 2027 candidates. I'll move down to page 19, 2025 budget. Ministries in dilemma as Accountant General suspends fund request. And to another one, Tinubu orders FIRS customs to review revenue deductions. This is on page 20 of the Punch newspaper. And the last story will be taken from the front page of the Punch newspaper. Pilots split over K1's Aviation ambassadorship. Pilots split over K1's Aviation ambassadorship. This is on page 19 of the Punch newspaper. I welcome you all to the program this morning once again. It is Citizen, and I'm Michael Adekunle, the anchor of the program. Quickly to the comment section to see our beautiful viewers this morning. I'm sure they are here with us. They are ready to dissect issues with us. Like I do say on the program, both the reviewers and viewers are all reviewers. We are all analysts. All right, Gladys Onyabo is here, the first viewer to say good morning to us at this tent. Thank you, Gladys Onyabo, for joining us. We have Manuel Oguji. Thank you for joining us this morning. City Stand Global and Mr. Michael Adekunle. I greet everyone and good morning from here. Good morning to you, Emmanuel Oguji. Kingsley Egbona, all the way from Madrid, is also here. King Henry, the Palace of the Palace. Thank you for joining us. Washington Asemota is also here. I will say good morning to you, Papa T. Good morning. He's chatting us from United States of America. Thank you for joining us. Kingsley James is also here. And we say expect more of our viewers to say hi to us this morning, just as we are saying hi to them on the platform. Hi to you, hi to you.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Our global command of global system. You are most welcome. Thank God for today, bright weather we have. There's no cloudy weather today, and we are trusting God that it will make it permanent this way throughout the period of the program. I'm saying good morning to all of our global viewers of system, those who have been appreciating us, King Harry, the rest of them, all of you, Miss Tina, may God bless you and the way you have been appreciating us on this stand. I remain your humble self, Mr. Ojolajide, your global analyst. You are most welcome. We have a good analysis today. Thank you very much.
All right, I'm sure Gentleman Mike will be standing on all existing protocols.
I won't stand on all existing protocols. Greetings to all our viewers across the world. My name is Mike Babatunde Daniels. Thanks for joining us.
This is my first time of hearing them about
I know, I deliberately say
All right, thank you so much.
We have a full complement of his name, full complement of his meaning of name.
Just like
Yes.
Michael Timitayo Adekunle.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. The federal government has withdrawn charges against Ibom Air passengers, but we don't know if this is due to public pressure or public sympathy. What do you have to say concerning this?
Yeah, Mr. Mike, I really have sympathy for that lady. I'm telling you. Yes, I'm sorry for that lady. Women they are subject of. I mean, let me say they are people that we must share them, and I don't support the humanizing of a woman. Even man.
Despite an unruly behavior, right?
Mr. Mike.
She was rude. According to information,
the so-called unruliness of that lady is subject to questioning. This lady have been asked to leave the plane voluntarily, and she was leaving voluntarily. And somebody stood on the way saying, "You won't go. You must make sure you are held captive until police will come and pick you up." Somebody stood on the way from going out. Yes, that video later came up again now as an evidence that I'm willing to comply with your instruction. Leave. Yeah, I'm leaving. When somebody said, "No, you won't go until police come and pick you up." So that brought about the altercation between her and his crew members. The air staff, the internal, air staff. Anyway, so crisis, scuffle can happen between one or two people. But remember, she's the only one in the midst of all these people. Security agents, the cabin crew members, they are all on her, just one person alone in the midst of all these people. So the extent that she was stripped. Of course, now, Mr. Man we saw the bride was shown to the public now. You saw pulling the underwear to cover it up. But at that point, as far as I'm concerned, at that the humanizing level of that lady, I have my sympathy for her. Yes, I have my sympathy for her. Even in law, there's temper of justice in law. Before the judge pronounce the judgment on you, you can temper judgment with mercy. So as far as that was concerned, if the government is saying, okay, no problem, because the humanizing stage you have been subject to, we are also taking side to withdraw the charges on you. I agree with her. I will give government on that for the lady, for that lady, because the humanizing state you have been exposed to, I agree with the federal government withdrawing the charges on her. But it's not the same with K1's. No.
So if you also reduced K1's ban,
Mr. Mike, the K1's own, I don't share the same stand I have with the lady for K1's. No. It's not the same thing. K1's was not subject to any the humanization whatsoever, like that lady. It was K1's that was even threatening people. So in the case of K1's, I would have expected the law to run its true course for K1's and let us now know whether he's guilty or not.
And of course, he has been given ambassadorial role.
That's where I'm coming again. In the case of K1's, was not subject to any dehumanization at all. It was K1's that was trying to even have an issue against the state, stopping a plane to taxi to flight externally. It's the same thing. It's like a terrorist breaking into the inside of the plane, going to the cockpit and hold the pilot. They'll say that they must not taxi to flight. It's the same thing. The same is compared to. They said that's terrorism as well. So I would have expected one matter that run through the course of the law. If it's not guilty, and the court says it's not guilty, and if it's guilty, and I now expect the president, if he wants to be sympathetic to him, and I grant him a pardon. After the trial, he can grant him a pardon. That okay, the state has pardoned you. Then the law should be allowed to run through its full course, and then so that the law itself will be tested. Efficacy of the law will be tested. Whether the law is adequate in a necessary situation or not, or we need to amend our law. By that time, we must test the jurisdiction of the law. The concept of government have been tested by the law and see whether it's enough or it's not adequate. Whether there needs to be amendment, whether that law can be adequate to take care of that matter. So that the law was not allowed to be tested in the court of law. Whether the law is adequate or inadequate, or whether there's loophole in that law, so there were amendments or not. So if the law is been tested, the rule of law have been found to be adequate, then the law can then know this law is adequate to take care of this kind of offences, or we need to amend it. Then if the president he can then grant him a pardon, then forgiving he's not free of that charges. That's what I expect in the case of K1's. Then the case of lady agreed with what government has done for her because of the humanitarian situation they submitted to. Yes,
Yeah, gentleman Mike, what lessons do you think unruly passengers will learn from this? Could this set a dangerous precedent for anyone?
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah.
I think both cases should have been allowed to be tested in the court of competent jurisdiction so that whoever has really or whoever is really at fault can see. We must punish offenses. That is how it's being done in any serious environment. We must. It's a must. There are laws, and when those laws are violated, there must be consequences for either our actions or inactions, as it were. So I'm not too comfortable with the way the government has handled it. I also think that it's because K1's is involved in one of the cases that led to this intervention that we saw from the federal government that looks as if pardon, I mean, it's been handed down to the two people involved. I think it was because of the outcry of the people that you cannot do this level of selective justice, as it were. That outcry went viral, and our government looked at a damage control and came up with that. That's which personally I'm not too comfortable with. Both cases should have been allowed to be tested in the courts, and whoever is at fault should bear the brunt. And I also know that in the case of the Ibom Air, that lady's right was closely violated regardless the unruly behavior that she engaged in. She will have been able to press further and press for perhaps damages from those who violated a right to dignity and all of that, rather than the way government just come in to stem the whole thing, which in my view, as a result of the fact that K1 is involved, and to even add salt to the injury, K1 was asked to be the security ambassador for our airports. That for me, that is very ridiculous. Those people that came up with that idea, I don't know what's wrong. I mean, what was running through their minds. This is somebody that was clearly he displayed high level of arrogance, even while the conversation was going on the tarmac. He almost held the plane on hostage, and yet he has become an ambassador when it comes to the security of our airports. It's laughable, and I think it doesn't show that we are serious when it comes. See, because there will always be people will always refer to this matter, and that's the unfortunate thing. When you don't set records straight, when you don't do things the way it should be done, then people will refer to it. That will be unruly behavior in our airports. And Michael, you can be too sure that people will refer to this matter. Look, okay, how are you going to treat my case in this manner when you treated K1 this way and you treated the other person that way? So our laws must be tested. There are laws in the land, and they must be allowed to run with minimal government intervention.
All right, on the issue of ambassadorship, Nigerians are reacting to it. Yes, and OJ, should individual with misconduct or public misconduct should they be given ambassadorial role to play in the country? Now, before you answer this question, I think I need to go straight to what the federal government is saying on this issue, and the reason why they appointed K1 as aviation ambassador. Let me quickly read this out. There's a write-up concerning this. The federal government has explained its decision to name Fuji musician Wasiu Ayinde, popularly known as K1, as an ambassador for proper airport security protocols. Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, in a statement on Wednesday, said if the move follows the global practice of engaging repentant offenders. I want you to listen very carefully. the aviation minister says that this is the global practice of engaging repentant offenders to educate others against misconduct. He added that such an appointment is similar to community service and is done free of charge. He said, for further clarification, it is common practice all over the world that a repentant offender is made to preach publicly against the exact conduct from which he has repented. Then I asked you a question that should individual with misconduct be given ambassadorial role to play in a country like this?
Well, no initial position I said was that I would have expected the law to avoid his full course. I said the initial position I initially stood was that I would have wanted if the law has run its full course and if Wasiu Ayinde was eventually pronounced guilty and the president later come and grant me a pardon. That's the initial position I initially canvassed for. But now when the government is not saying repentant offender, okay, maybe they are talking from the angle that he has apologized. Maybe they are saying from the angle that he has sent an apology that what he did was wrong. He was sorry. He sent an apology that he was sorry for the action. Okay, if they're coming from that angle that somebody who was who understood that before is now remorseful and he has now accepted that he was wrong. He has sent an apology. So from that point, you can then draft him into channeling a new course of doing that thing in a new way so that offender will not come up again. Probably maybe I may say he have a point in that direction. But is he the offender? Is it genuinely repentant? He regretted his action? Is the apology truly coming from his heart? Or is he truly remorseful of that action he took that he truly regretted it? If it is true, all right. If you offend God, what God expects us to realize our mistakes, our sin, and confess, and then ask for forgiveness, and guess what with us again? Okay, so maybe I would then see a reason why, but I couldn't see a reason why they have done it. And now they are saying a repentant offender. Of course, he came to the public, he said an apology that was sorry for what he had done. And what else can we do than to say, okay, since the government is not prosecuting him, what can we do than to just accept the apology that, okay, he said he was sorry, he regretted what he did, he won't do that again. Now draft him to now be a campaigner against such acts next time. Okay, if that's the angle government is looking at it, all right, they have the decision to take. If that's the decision they are taking, who am I to go against this?
All right, let's move to the comment section and see what some of our viewers are saying. We have Vinko Mike on board this morning, but before going to Vinko Mike's comment on that, Gowon is saying, Abdul Gowon is saying that the girl needs compensation.
Yes.
That girl needs compensation, not only withdraw the charges, withdrawal of charges.
I agree with
that
you.
The girl needs compensation. Do you agree with
yes, I said it.
compensation because of what?
Mr. Mike,
Because of the exposure
Mr. Mike,
of a sensitive part,
yes,
right?
Mr. Mike, a man has one sensitive place to cover, our reproductive organ. A woman has two, her breast, her reproductive organ. Any one of that is exposed to the public is dehumanization. It's dehumanization. Or take it or leave it. So anyone that is exposed to the public, that you strip her naked, you strip that privacy part of her to the public place, it's a dehumanization. So she entitled to compensation. So I agree with you. Says so.
Okay.
It's like a man. Split naked. His vagina is penis and co shown to the public. A man. But in case of woman, she has two, breast and vagina. So anyone that is split naked, men, that's the compensation. So
All right.
I agree with you.
Sorry, Michael, I need to respond to the statement from federal government as to why they made K1's an ambassador. Government just believe that everybody is stupid in this country. When a K1's is involved now, they are reminding us of best global practices. Evans, if you recall, a notorious kidnapper in this country, has been in prison for, I don't know, I can't remember how long now. I think such a person could have been, he has been very remorseful since he was arrested. I think he will have been made an ambassador to push anti-kidnapping campaign, to champion an anti-kidnapping campaign for our country and all of that. See, people just look at what suits them and push it in our face, as if everybody has now become stupid in this country. What is the meaning of that is the best global practices when it comes to when a K1 is involved? So what is, I don't understand the meaning. They are just looking for, they just look at how to prevent the guy from being prosecuted, and they quickly make use of that option. It's unfortunate, Michael.
Mr. Mike, I pick what Mr. Mike just said. In the case of Evans was arrested, was prosecuted. There was Wasiu Ayinde was not arrested, was not facing any prosecution. So the issue of K1 to have come to the public and send an analogy.
Why was he not arrested?
Excuse me, that's the lapses. Now that's the lapse that has happened now. Because of Evans.
And you kept saying that this is normal.
Excuse me, Mr. Mike.
Why was he not arrested?
Because of Evans, he had been arrested and facing persecution. K1 was not arrested, was not facing persecution. That situation has never happened to K1, and he has smarter enough to attend an apology. But in the case of
why wasn't even why was he not even arrested?
Yeah, that's the loophole. That's the lapse we are talking about. That's the lapse. But in the case of Evans, there are no such lapse on the case of Evans. Evans was arrested, was prosecuted. The K1 was not arrested, was not prosecuted.
It was deliberate.
I don't know whether it's a deliberate, it's a lapse.
People knew what they were doing because the K1 was involved.
It's a lapse. So since that situation has never happened to K1, and he has tendered an apology, yes, it has been covered. But Evans was arrested and prosecuted, was undergoing prosecution. So, in the case of Canada, like I said, was not arrested, was not prosecuted. So there is room for him to quickly make an apology. And once he has cashed in on that apology he has made, then it has stood for him. It's only working for him. It's a basis for government to now say, okay, it's not a repentant offender. And for that, we can now use him as an ambassador to be preaching against such an act, not to be condemned by any other person. So if that's the basis for which they have now said, okay, we have withdrawn our charges against you, we now to appoint an ambassador, I think I agree with them. See, Mr. Mike, when I see a superior argument, I don't hold ground too long. I told you my initial stand that I will have decided for the law to have crossed with full court.
And when the federal government explained the reason,
yes, since he was not arrested like Evans, there was no position going on in his case, and he has come out and apologized. All right, like I've stated initially that I wanted if the law has run through his course, if he's convicted, the president now come back later and grant him a pardon. But that will not happen.
All right, your explanations are noted. We move down to Andrew Osase this morning.
Yes, Nigeria
is not working. That is what Andrew Osase is saying, and he goes on by saying Nigeria is behind in the world. Joseph Eyidoro is saying your first speaker is very just and objective despite being a Yoruba man. The elderly stands for justice. They should have investigated the two cases properly. Government erred by taking flip-flop decisions. Washington is saying that my brother Ade, air transport is like using taxi to me. Air transport is like using taxi to me. Flight mode covers off your phone. Okay. You are told to.
She said she put the phone in flight mode. And then she must put it off. She said she has put it in flight mode. That's where the problem is.
All right, GOA, correct, Mr. Logide. Indecent exposure and demonization.
Yes.
Why was the video put online for public consumption? Stroke. This is a emulation. That's what GOA is saying.
Yes.
Now let's quickly talk about the president's trip to Brazil and Japan. He has left Abuja for Brazil and Japan, and Nigerians are reacting to this latest development. That's why will the president leave amid rising inflation, insecurity in the country, and all of that. Why? Is it prioritizing? Brazil and Japan trip over the issues on ground?
Mr. Mike, that has been with us. Insecurity, inflation, cost of living, it has been with us. Whether we like it or not, it cannot be solved just one day at a stretch. It's a gradual process when all these things we ease out. That does not mean that president must forgo his international obligation. Nigeria is not an island in the whole world. You have bilateral relationship with other countries of the world. If there's any need for him to go out for bilateral talk to meet with international obligation in terms of meeting and what have you, he must go. Can we hold him down? I don't share with those assessments. I don't share such assessments. President is our president, but he has obligation. He has international obligation. He needs to perform. He needs to meet other international organizations, foreign countries. So if there's need for him to go out for such international obligation and commitment and and duties, responsibility, he must go and fulfill it. So, I mean, he's not going on holiday. Even if he's going on holiday, that's his different case. He's going on official assignment, which sometimes he might need to be present there officially, physically present, not by phone. And if he had gone out for that, except that I mean he's going for leisure, except that those who are Christians are saying he's going for it, but he's going for official international assignment. American country, he has to do that.
To do that.
Yes.
Now, according to the presidency, he will spend nearly a week outside. But with the pressing issues on ground, is the president supposed to spend up to a week outside?
Michael, if your presence is not impactful, your absence shouldn't be a problem to anybody. If he has been on ground and we are still having issues with insecurities and inflation, as we read it out, economic issues and all of that. So why should we have problem with him getting out of the country? Most of our presidents are used to that. They believe in globetrotting the entire world while their own base is in shambles. As OJ said, it is his right to be involved in certain international engagements, but in the global village, as it were now, I think some of those things can be delegated, or you join them online and all of that. You may not necessarily be moving around that much. If as it were, if you see some of these presidents, we hardly see, especially in the developed world, we hardly see them move around the way most African leaders jump around the world, begging cap in hand everywhere to ask for support, to ask for this. Most of the time they are wasteful back at home, and some of the deals they will eventually get involved in are not beneficial. Because for me, they sign some of these bilateral trade, and when you look at the content, you'll be wondering what is bilateral about this. If the other country is going to benefit like 80% and I'm doing like 20%, what is bilateral about that? The world is changing, and we must understand that it's not about jumping around any longer. When the house is in order, investors on their own will be plugging in without stress. Put your house in order. That's your major number one priority, Michael.
Hope the president won't spend more than a week this time around. I remember the previous travel he embarked on. That was from Lucia to Brazil. So he spent more than a week. Yeah. So are we expecting him to spend more than that again?
For me, it doesn't matter how long he stays outside. It doesn't.
All right. Thank you so much, Gentle. Thank you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, Mr. Mike. Good morning, our ever attentive and listening audience globally. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, let us quickly look at Tinubu's departure. Tinubu departs Abuja on two-day nation visit, going to Brazil and Japan. Now, let's look at the story here. President Bola Tinubu will depart Abuja on Thursday, August 14th, which is today, for a two-nation trip to Japan and Brazil. A statement by the presidential spokesman by Anonuga stated that the president will stop over in Dubai, United Arab Emirates, before proceeding to Japan. According to the statement in Japan, President Bola Tinubu will attend 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development (TIC 89) in the city of Yokohama from August 20 to 22, with the team co-create innovative solutions with Africa. Now, this will focus on Africa's economic transformation and improvements in the business environment and institutions through private investment. And what would be the impact of this?
We saw most of these things in previous administration. We saw enough of them under Buhari. We saw enough of them under Jonathan. We are seeing more under Bola Tinubu. The NGOs, the civil society organizations that are organizing this thing, will just deliberately send them an IV. You think they are going there for a serious engagement on how to save Africa? They are just going there just to create a certain image. They are on international mission to save Nigeria. They are not. All these organizations, you can stay abroad and name one thing and invite them. So far it's abroad. We have an international engagement. But like you said, of what purpose will that bring to Nigerians, to dividends of democracy, to redevelopment of Africa? That's the question. Well, he has the constitutional right to do that anytime, any day, as he pleases. Dubai, Japan, Brazil, no problem. I think he has been in Brazil several times. It's not the first time. Yeah. So, we have not seen anything. Nothing has changed. But I understand very clearly, that some of these things you are seeing, they are talking about how to develop Africa. No. They just go there to sit out and do their normal laugh, and enjoy themselves and come back and tell you they wait for international engagement. If at all the international engagement Nigeria has been participating, how far? Yes, they say it's a no-go area. Yes, we are asking. We are not seeing the leadership. We are not seeing the good governance. Our democracy is not developing. The institutions are fractured by corruption for decades now. Well, as the president, that's what he enjoys anyway.
All right, Mr. Vincent, what will be the economic benefits of this journey, considering other journey we embarked on in the past?
You see, you and I, we are not living in the moon. We live in the same country. How much translation has all this junketing from one pillar of the world to another? How much positive has it brought to Nigeria? How much value chain has been thrown to the fore as an addictive to the economy as a whole? But when you look at all these things, I would rather say it's more or less like a globetrotting exercise. There is nothing so realistic in terms of reality that is really happening. Because for crying out loud, you will see that going outside, I want to draw you to something that is very, very important. For some time now, the United States of American government, they are not really happy with Nigerian leadership and the way things have been wrong. I stand to be corrected though. But when you now see Nigeria tilting towards the BRICS family, you know that all is not well with body politic. But even though it falls within its ambit to travel, I want to believe that it's more or less like a jamboree to me. But I stand to be corrected though if it will bring in the much needed dividend on the economy. But by and large, I think that our collective patrimony as citizens of this country is being frittered away for frivolous journey.
Definitely, you are saying this is just a misplaced priority.
Yes.
Do you see it that way?
Mike, I'm being honest. I'm not blaming Bola Tinubu. We have seen this type of gathering under Buhari, and you can calculate the number of times this man has, jetted out. Calculate other ones we have on the expense of the taxpayers. But at the end of the day, we are still where we are. Well, a lot of people say Abacha is a very bad man, it's this and that, but throughout his administration or reign or whatever, I never see him, truncating from one country to another. But these people, immediately they come in, it's like the entire international door is being open. Even the ones they invite him or they will know that they will just create something. Okay, investigate this conference he's going to now and discover that you just discover that you are just civil society organization. He has no connection with whatever they are bringing. They will just set up one title and name, and they name it African Development Summit. Everybody will flock there. At the end of the day, everybody they drink their beer and come back and say they went for any meaningful results. Mike, if you check it, look at it now. We are still struggling with INEC. We are still struggling with judiciary. But you hear international conference on better governance and that. At the end of the day, we don't this. And of course, government works that way anyway. But if you look at some leaders around the world, unless on a very serious issue, have you seen Jinping, of China, moving around the whole world without any? Before you see them move out, there must be a need for that. But I understand Nigerian factor anyway. Of course, that's African thing anyway. When they are going out, either to do one thing or the other, or engage in one activities or the other that does not have a direct, impact on leadership and governance in Nigeria.
All right, to the comment section, we have Anayo Okoro saying, if you think Nigeria will work under Tinubu, you are wasting your time. Is this a cause? Or is just stating the obvious?
Yeah, I think I want to believe to some extent it's stating the obvious. Unless the narrative can see the change within the remaining months before I can believe that Tinubu-led government has the capacity to turn things around.
We moved on to Additional saying this morning, all the way from Finland, president trips are waste of our motherland. I hope he did not travel for medical. All right, may Nigeria not happen to us. This is still additional.
Amen.
On this. A bat must fly in the night. Bola Tinubu must fly in the night. That's bat. All right, I will be so okay. I moved on to another one. They will get more international babes. This is from GOA.
Hey, you see the others where the whole thing lies, because they will get. That's correct. Because if you see the way they move, bro, a lot of things goes with it. Now just recreation. They go on recreation until they are going for conference. You understand? If most of these, even some government official does it. Who is inviting them? Who is the president? Who is the world leader? Who is the United Nations figure, Secretary General, that is going to head that summit? Go and look at them. They are just private people who feel that, okay, even the government can Nigerian government can actually sponsor this thing so that they find a way to get out and go there and recreate and laugh at the calamity that is enveloping everybody in Nigeria.
All right, we move down to Anayo Okoro again. Tinubu is wasting Nigeria resources without checking our economy, borrowing to sharing. We have your way on this again. Tinubu has been to Brazil twice, France, now Japan, but no to Yewata at all. Or not to Yewata at all. All right, on to the next one, Chima. When people like us call Nigeria an unserious country, that's not good. For an unserious country that is not good for human habitations, people think we are unpatriotic. When every amenities, facilities are put in place in Nigeria, the investors will come on their own. When there is no electricity, no good roads, no security, what do you expect?
You see, one of the social indices of good living is to have all those primary needs of man being being entrenched in place and is functioning well. It's the functionality of the system that makes a society, to thrive. When the system are not well embedded and the functionality is nowhere to be found, then you see people yearning, you start seeing some kind of agitation here and there. People are not excited about the happenings in the country. But I want to believe that government is not there for itself. It's there to protect and do the yearnings of the people. That is why it's been given that mandate. And anything on the contrary is an anathema to what society should be.
All right, let's quickly move down to the aviation ministry. Of course, you know what has been going on in that ministry. And as we have it on the front pages of our papers this morning, the Vanguard, K1's, Comfort Bob, lawyers, aviation experts blast federal government. Ambassadorship issue. What's your take on it?
You see, that's why I say
The news broke yesterday.
Nigeria is a theater of the assault. When you see all this coming drama coming to play, it shows that the people that are ruling us, they don't really care about us. I did mention on this platform yesterday that I am raising an hashtag. They don't care, they don't really care about us as a mass of people. Because how can an ugly incident such as that happen? And aviation is more or less the gateway of any country. And anything that happens in that circle, fly fast globally, is a shame of a nation that we are watching our dirtiness in the public. And when you see somebody, Comfort Bomb, that was also involved in that ugly accident, you see the Gestapo treatment that was given to that lady. It's an illegal treatment, inhuman, to the extent that our feminine parts were being brought to the fore for the entire world to see. And the people, the staffers of Value Jet, the way they conducted their manner shows that they are living in a banana republic. And Nigeria is not yet a banana republic. That is why we can always speak truth to power. We have to change everything. The Oja state has to change and give it a semblance of a good society. What happened there, what transpired there, is more or less a dance of the macabre, a theatrics of the highest absurdity. And we must not allow this kind of thing to come. And when they now came, they said they make one an ambassador. Ambassador of what? His music alone, being an icon in the music industry, is an ambassador. If you not confer another ambassadorship title on him, then we are also making the mockery of our system, because this is somebody that has not really presented himself in an orderly manner as a citizen of this country. It's a shame of a nation. I believe all well-meaning Nigerians have been speaking that whatever is good for the goose is also good for the gander. I think Comfort Bob should be compensated, because that human treatment is the height of any insult or bullying any system could mete out to a person or a citizen of Nigeria.
When is it? Did the federal government follow due process in resolving this incident?
Mike, when the issue of that lady break out, we condemned it here. We condemned it because we understand how Nigeria works. We condemned it, and thank God that the NBA intervened. And after thorough investigation, they discovered that the lady was not outrightly wrong. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So if you see all those who want to air hostess everywhere. You know, I think they should change that uniform for them because it makes them misbehave in the first place. And they said that very particular lady has history of embarrassing passengers. You know, so I think there was an investigation to that, and they quickly adjusted themselves and demanded that the lady should be released. You know, from what if you look at the way it looks, you know, it gives you an insight or a certain interpretation that his alleged closeness with the president may have played out, you know, and they quickly advised him on what to do. He went to air and apologized, you know. But what we are saying at this point in time, you know, or looking at what he did at the airport that day was a sign of, you know, a hostage. It's an act of terrorism. You understand? And I believe the government are too. I don't know what is wrong with Nigeria. You know, I don't know. I don't understand. I think there should be some level of, you know, discipline. You know, that he should actually face, especially Igwanwan, because we didn't see his case is quite different from that of that lady. You know, they arrived safely, and it's just that one of the air hostess they refused her to leave. But this man had the entire crowd hostage, and it's alleged.
It's a terrorist act.
Yes, you know, but you see now, because it's a loyal entity, they quickly. What message are you trying to pass to the sensibilities of thousands of millions of Nigerian youths there, that you can actually commit a crime and, you know, and you go away with it? Then somebody can decide to deal with anybody and say, after all, he apologized, and that is it. Every Nigerian at every point in time, without media coverage, without anybody saying it, without anybody showcasing it, are going through this humiliation in their localities. But you can see the kind of standard they are setting for Nigerians. For me, I know that Bola Tinubu would have intervened before he decided to fly out. I say, okay, this is the way to go. And you know, in Nigeria, the president's decision is final. He has already, you know, divided the aviation industry now. Some people are on the other side and the people on the other side. The pilots say this is not correct. The other ones say no, this is not correct. And the president is involved, or whether the president is involved or not, and this is the way to go. So, right there now, where Gwanwan is, wherever he is now, would he be remorseful? I even learned that the 6 months ban has been reversed to
1 month.
1 month. And why they can even just give him free? I don't understand. But well, like one of the viewers there said, may Nigeria never happen to any of us, just like King Harry. You know, where he visited, he experienced it a little bit.
Yes, before he left.
Yes, King Harry experienced it a little bit. The situation is too harsh. There's no how you can escape. If you try to escape this very particular one, another one is waiting for you. If you escape this one, bills everywhere. They are giving us mental torture.
Yeah.
We cannot develop even what God gives talent inside us. We cannot develop it. But on a daily basis, we face economic pressure, we face police intimidation, we face family pressure, we face economic pressure, we face police brutality. Yeah. Then if there is an uprising, you call them that these are the things that create some of these things we are talking about. And I'm not going too far to blame anybody, you know, but I'm a bit disappointed, even though I did not support Bola Tinubu, but I believe that the Southern president should have been able to do more than a Northern president. But unfortunately, we are facing the worst leadership in the history of Nigeria. Less than 2 years, from 190 something per liter dollar was about 400 or for something close to 500. 2023, May 29, 2023. The following day, we have been crying till this moment.
Even though we said it that poverty and hunger are beyond the statistics. Poverty, hunger.
Because in this part of the divide, we don't always have verifiable data to measure the reality on ground. But you and I know it's what you see that you can be able to tell. I want to believe that poverty in the land is so high. You can see, I myself have been battling cold and slight fever for the past few days. And I know how much money I have spent in taking care of myself.
And drugs are so expensive now.
And drugs are so expensive. Because going to pharmacy or clinic is not easy, it's not cheap. I know how much has gotten off me within these past few days, as evident in my voice.
All right, Nigeria. Okay, we move down to the comment section again. Let's see what people are saying. Of course, they are reacting to the exit of the president from the country. Somebody wrote something here that the president left the country before now. Can I still get the message? Can I still get it? The president left the country before now. All right, I can't get it, but let's move down to Mr. Chinedu. Irrespective of what they did to that lady, she can only seek redress in the law court. Making him an ambassador is a total nonsense, as her characters doesn't depict that. That's his character.
I agree. I agree with Udeze Chima on that. I agree with her on total. And I think what prompted that quick move by the federal government was as a result of the influx of the Nigeria Bar Association. And so many stars and lawyers were interested in that matter, and the backlash alone. So they quickly step in and see how they. But that does not stop any of the stars or lawyers to take up the matter, and make sure that justice is obtained and compensation everyone paid to Ms. Comfort.
Udeze Chima is still on this. All these actions aren't for comfort, but to protect Tinubu's king man. He's talking about K1's.
You see, it's already in public domain that K1's he has maintained a very close tie to Mr. President, and that is why this scenario, this saga, is being treated the way it is currently being treated. And I want to believe that if justice is meant to serve rights, then equity should be a template to uphold. I want to believe that all the drama that has happened does not give us, is not going to launder our image as a nation, as a prosperous nation, because people, the outside world, they will continue to look at us with disdain and contempt, because Nigerians in Nigeria, we are not treating ourselves fairly well.
All right, move down to V. Raymond. You spoke well. Chinedu spoke well today. All right, Gunna is saying Nigerians need a leader that will unite everyone and foster prosperity for all. If Tinubu had performed, Nigerians would have considered bringing him back in 2027. Nigeria needs a healthy leader. Andrew Gojimi is saying something. Nigeria is house of Naira Marley. Nigeria is house of Naira Marley. Okay, maybe he was trying to say Naira Marley was made an ambassador of NDLA after being arrested for drug.
And that's it.
Yes.
Andrew Gujimbe has really succinctly put it rightly. Because let me also add, Nigeria can also be Christian house of commotion.
All right, thank you so much. Gentlemen, I really appreciate your contributions this morning. We have Mr. Femi.
Good morning, Mr. Michael. Good morning, all our viewers across the globe. We say, may God continue to be with you as usually, be with us on City Stand. God will not be tired of you. Thank you very much.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Mr. Michael.
All right, well, despite the withdrawal of these charges from both parties, Nigerians are still reacting. It seems that the federal government did not follow due process in resolving this crisis?
Well, I don't know why it's happened like this. And government should, or whoever that are the corridor of power, that this scenario so that God will always expose them. Because immediately that war of King Wasiu Ayinde happened, everybody was wondering that what if this man is an ordinary citizen? What will have happened? And God give us a chance for that scenario to play itself. Another one happened, and we saw the reaction of government, and the way we suggest. That was what happened. The man was arrested, and straight to prison. But when somebody wanted to stop playing and all that kind of a thing, he quickly, they just told him, go and tender apology. And when they look at it, this government, they will never change. Since the day of, fella, government magic, turn candle to electric, they can turn blue to black. Look at what they say. Eventually, you will never hear this. Nigeria is a joke. I'm telling you, it's a joke and it's a disgrace to anybody that can call himself in Nigeria around the world.
That's the way it's been practiced.
But what is that? Who told how many? They should give us example. You see that that's a big headed man. Call himself Kayamo. That's your. Okay, I don't want to talk, but go and look at him. No. Go and look at the man. Do we know that?
Like my head,
no, I don't say so. Gami, I don't say so. I just saw that man. You know all this. Anybody at the corridor of power, majority of them, they are so shameless, and they will just come out and cook any story to make any cover up at any time. So it's act of shamelessness and act of impunity that nothing anybody can do. And I've been saying it. I said it here yesterday that fear people that don't fear God, because they can do and undo. This is the result.
All right, does K1's ban send the message that celebrities are more treated leniently than ordinary Nigerians?
Please come again.
Does it send message that celebrities are treated leniently than ordinary Nigerians?
Partially, but not all celebrity. In the case of K1, I think some political tricks has been played here. Okay, and one of the political tricks here is, I would say is one of those politicians. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And in one way or the other, he must have been pressing and be saying, in this very government, I have not been settled, I have not been given any appointment. And now that he has given himself an open shame and open disgrace, the open shame and open disgrace caused by the K1 is not for the Nigerians, but it's for himself. And partially, he should be expecting that Mr. President should come in and interfere and say one or two things. And they will just play what is called political tricks for him and say, okay, no problem. Since you have come to mess up yourself in this open level, go and give him an ambassador of security to Aviation or whatever, to silence him, so not to cry again to the party or to the government that you are not being set or whatever. But away from that, let's go back to the sincerity and the reality. Like I always said, the judicial system is not working. It's not working. We don't respect law. The law is only after the masses. It's only after who is called nobody in Nigeria, not for the so-called prominent people and so many not. So it's a country whereby we don't respect the masses. Looking at this this issue of
Ibom and value jet, right?
Value jet,
Ibom Air.
If we have not tried on this platform, if we have not protested on this platform, I will tell you that nobody will talk anything about it. Nobody say anything. You can see that very day some Nigerians are actually sending emails. Other people are seeing from a different channel, different perspective. But from what we call human rights and freedom, humanitarian rights, this is what is out of it totally. That lady, they have really dealt with her human rights. They have disgraced her openly. They have brought shame to her.
Trampled upon her rights.
Yes,
right?
do you know what it means for as a woman for Nika to be shown to the world? She's not a prostitute, and she's not a movie actress. To understand, maybe you can say maybe she's doing her job. The entire staff on that very day, I don't know, either noon or night, I think they should be penalized heavily, and they need to be sorry, for these damages for which they have committed. Furthermore, I think we should just go back on our drawing board. Whosoever that will be appointed to any organization, I think there should be a proper structure that you as an individual that you need to go through. Because because if they are well properly undertated, well rehabilitated before employing them, they should understand what is called customer rights. Regardless of anything, I don't want to know whatever she might have done, how far she might have gone. They should respect her being a customer, number one. Then, if at all after then, there should be a way that she will be recalled to answer any crime or any rudeness which she has given to that organization or to that very
very, very unfortunate that this, women to women, sometimes their case usually been difficult. I don't know what causes each other. I'm telling you, or if it is a man to a woman, maybe sometimes you may not find something funny like this, but woman to woman, I don't know, and you don't marry the same husband. And even if that lady is a prostitute or whatever you want to call her, if she want to expose herself, well, that is our own problem, but not you to expose her like that and you record it. Let me tell you, Nigeria, they know that this is what Nigeria want to see. And immediately they see, they just post it on the internet and everywhere catch fire. Internet, there's nothing they discuss again. That is what they are discussing. So what you are trying to say is this. Some people say, putting your phone to the flight mode, does it actually cover, switching it off? What really happens is that some people said it may be very compulsory for you to off your phone when the plane want to land. That there are some sensitive things in some phone that can be attracting some frequency in the cockpit. So, and I don't know what will cause that lady to actually switch it off. Switch it off completely for just 5 minutes. We are talking about safety. Safety first, irrespective of whatever you want to do. Even if you are caught,
not safety of an individual, but
everybody on that plane, irrespective of what you are saying. They said the lady said he was editing. Can that body edit?
Mr. Femi,
I'm coming now. Somebody that are dead cannot edit. You can't edit if you have died. If that plane crash, if the plane crash now, nobody will talking about editing for. So, even irrespective of it, so far it is safety something. I think the best thing for you is just to adhere by it. Number one. Number two, if that one happened there and the lady refused and you land safely, then the next thing is for the lady cannot run away now. So why blocking her way? That is rude. You should have allowed the lady to come down. Call the security. Call the security that they have job to do. Then let the lady, instead of dragging her, look at how they disgrace her. Instead of dragging her, tore her cloth. Look at how those. The lady was manhandled. After her cloth was, tore. You will see a different hand on her when she was on the floor. That is an assault. And it's a disgraceful thing for the whole nation. So both sides have their own fault, but I think government supposed to, because of our cry, and they want to pardon Wasiu, they quickly pardon that lady too, so that they will justify it. They want to balance it. Even they are even thinking that they still want to give that lady ambassador. How many ambassadors are you going to have within the? It's like the shortest way to have ambassador in Nigeria now is to go and cause wahala on the plane. Maybe God give me a ticket so that I will become ambassador.
You want to become K1? Yeah. And to those ladies that go out without the brazier. I think we should also learn from this.
I don't know. There are some videos that
have been they should learn.
They should learn.
Some of them go out,
but unfortunately, they will not learn. Look at that lady. If you go and look at some of her picture, you will know the class she belongs to. If you see some of her video, you will know the class she belongs to. I don't want to mention that. That's our own personal problem. And that's why I'm saying, even if she's a prostitute, so far she's not ready to expose herself that time. If she exposes herself, then it's anybody. But because it was being in my handle, I think the fault is at the hand of Ibom something. But for anybody that want to learn, any moral, they don't learn. If they usually learn, they will have learned now. So many free videos we have watched. So we just only a naked we saw. What about the one that they are banking her and the video?
Went viral.
What do you want to say? Do they learn? After that one, we saw one, we saw two. You will still see tomorrow. You will still see. You will still see another one. So that is for them, in their own class. Don't you think that lady, if she get out now, she may be even be laughing because exposing her bobs has make her a celebrity now. Her picture now, no one know her. Nobody know her before, but her picture has above every internet.
She's not a celebrity.
Celebrity, come and see poster, come and see different. Hey, and everybody started. Somebody want to even sponsor her to Dubai.
Because of,
Adeleke Osimare ìlú òyìnbó nítorí yá. So it's very, very unfortunate that we find ourselves in this. But I told you that this is a typical Nigeria. That's how an average Nigeria. That's how they like to. I mean, model everything up and attach emotion to everything that they are doing.
All right, it's out of the country again. That's what Nigerians are saying. But what will be the economic benefits of this journey? President Bola Tinubu out to Brazil and Japan.
Tinubu, I think Nigerians. There is no way we not talk now. I will not say we should not talk again, but it has become our custom. It has become what you usually hear every year and there. Do you think our president can spend a month straightforward without traveling? I'm not sure. Even if that travel just resisted to just once, that maybe he traveled once in a month, we will have known. But irregularly, he just travel at any little opportunity, he just travel. As if some of them, they don't have tickets to travel before. Maybe because it is free, or because of honor, or because of, I don't know, of what economy, I mean, what benefits we need be for us. The one that has been doing, do we see any benefit? It is this one that will now add any benefit. I don't expect any benefit from that traveling. They just go there to go and marry.
Adiba, is it not just a waste of funds?
For me, I want to see it from a very different channel and different perspective. One, I wouldn't say it's a waste of fun. The Mr. President, ever before becoming president, I would say he has been traveling. He has been a citizen of one or two, three countries in Europe. So I wouldn't see it as a waste of fun. What we just need to care, what we need to care to do is verify the purpose and of the traveling, his mission and his own personal agenda. If it's of good for the moving forward of this country, if it's of good for agriculture, for infrastructure, for technology, and for so many not. I wouldn't criticize him if it's of those purpose. We've seen series of presidents that we've produced in Nigeria. They've traveled. This shouldn't be something that we should focus on our attention or agenda on. That Mr. President travel monthly or weekly or daily. No. It's part of his own role as a leader of a country, as a president of a nation. So for him to travel, number one, we cannot sit in one spot and you expect manna to fall from heaven. We are not productive. To be sincere with ourselves, we have the raw natural resources in Nigeria here, but intelligent as wise, we are not productive. And one of the things we need to bring in the foreigner, the international, those who are with that zeal and that creativity, that energy, to let us how to go about this, to have to be productive. I don't know if I'm making points. So I want to see in that perspective that this should be part and parcel of why
foreign investments, right?
Why he's actually moving out. Other presidents in the days of Jonathan, Obasanjo, so many, a lot of them travel. We didn't see the result, and Nigeria is still where it is today. But as a matter of fact, this government is under 4 years. I wouldn't want to just nail him over that or that traveling. Let's exercise the patience and let's see after these 4 years what will come out from this is traveling and is.
All right, thank you so much.
In summary, before I go, traveling does not attract investor. What attracts investor is what you put on ground. Yes. Security, electricity, and all sorts of a thing.
Environment, conducive environment, right? All right, wonderful balance.
Yeah, good morning.
Last person I'll be talking to today.
Morning to everybody. God bless all of you. God bless all of you.
Yeah. Nigerians are criticizing him for traveling. Is it not right for him to travel?
See, where is he traveling to? You see, Femi just give me the last reality of you travel every day. What is the meaning of traveling when Nigeria is not okay? Nigeria is not okay to the fundamental right of their being. Can you imagine? Every day you travel. See, tell us your reality of your health. Are you going to die? It's like it's dying. You see, Abacha of yesterday, the late Abacha don't go anywhere one day. You see, as a father, you don't come and say, go. Where the house is strong, settled. The house not settled now. What is really happening now? You see there one comfort, obo. You see many atrocities. You see before December, you will see the explosion of more of the present government. Illegality of them. They don't treat Nigeria well. You don't come like this and rule Nigeria like this. You see, Nigeria doesn't have a father anymore. No president, no government. Anything happen now, you want to make somebody that committed atrocity ambassador. Okay, what about we want to commit anything? You see, Mark, let us be frank with ourselves. Nigeria is getting out of hand. We are coming to a stage where everybody will say, enough is enough. Without that, I don't think we will get the right color. Because now, say friend to head us, say friend to journalists that start to thief money. See, all those people we are seeing, they are friends. They are exposing their inability because they acquire things illegally when millions are not well okay. See, we are not well okay. See, okay, now you say you cut the cost of government, part of one, traveling expensive. But now you travel every day. You don't make private jet, Nigeria private jet to take off. You don't know how much. To land, you don't know how much. But what about Nigeria? You see, we are tired and happy. I'm very happy with what is happening because we see a language to speak on 2027 that you are gone. You see, you came with authority, but the authority is nowhere to be found. He must go home. And I'm happy because Nigeria will struggle to that day. And I believe that God will give us that strength to struggle to that 2027. Then we'll now see who is going to stay in Aso Rock. 85% of Nigeria say no to Jagaba. Me, number one. No, and you. I don't think you should be with me because the road is not pure. God bless your life. God bless all of you. God bless all of you because the road is not pure. We need and God will bring somebody that will change. See, things must change. We can't continue to live like this. Every day you hear story. No one day you say Nigeria is now going to paradise. No paradise.
All right, we appreciate your contribution.
God bless you. God bless you.
Today on the platform. It's been a wonderful time with you. We'll be back here tomorrow for another interesting package. I'm Michael, the anchor of the program. If you are a new subscriber, please subscribe on the channel. Very important to do that. Also, like, share, comment. Thank you all. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye.